Hi everybody, this is Incognito doing my very first commentary video. This is my How to Combat Engineer video. It's not necessarily how you have to play Combat Engineer, this is how I play it. I find it very effective, and I hope you enjoy this video. So in this video, I'm running the stock pistol, the gunslinger, and frontier justice. I think it's the best combination for Combat Engineer. The stock pistol is great for picking off targets at a range. You have a ridiculous amount of ammo, and the gunslinger is great. The mini sentry, it rotates 50% faster than a regular sentry, which I'm not sure if a lot of people know that. It only sets up in 2.5 seconds, and if you have to move it, it reconstructs in a measly 1.5 seconds. Pretty good for attacking. The Frontier Justice is a shotgun. Every time your sentry gets killed, you get 2 crits. 2 critical shots with it. This is great for playing like a midfield defensive position. Save those crits, it'll come in handy. Also, sorry, I just noticed I said the mini sentry rotates 50% faster. It's actually 35% faster. Sorry about that. One thing I really want to show you is that the mini sentry is like a noob magnet. Let me show you what I mean. It's like some people just forget what to do when they see a mini sentry. Look at this. 2 pyros and a medic. I drop the mini sentry, both of them go for it, and I get away clean to the respawn. In this case, the pyro just knew he had no chance, so he's like, hey, I give up. It's inevitable. The mini sentry came out, I'm gonna die. This is probably my favorite example. I drop the mini sentry, and the demo man pretty much forgets about me completely, turns his back to me, and I just kill him. I'm slowing this clip down to basically show you how dumb some people can be. I put my sentry down and I stand beside it, and the soldier just shoots my sentry gun, letting me kill him easily. Are you starting to notice a pattern here? I'm going to show you a few more clips before I continue with my gameplay. Now, for some technique. As a combat engineer, I like to play the midfield. The midfield is basically the middle of the combat field. Your line of attack is the attack that is furthest up. Your line of defense is obviously the furthest back. As a combat engineer, I recommend trying to stay in between the two to support the attack, but also, if need be, to support the defense. Take a look at where I just placed my mini sentry. I hugged the wall to try to line of sight the other team, placed my sentry right on the line of attack with the heavy weapons guy. Throughout these next 2 bird's eye view clips, just take a look at what I do running back and forth, and where I place my mini sentry. So, the line of attack, the line of midfield, and the line of defense. What does it mean? Basically, the line of attack is where your offense is, the line of defense is obviously where your defense is, and the line of midfield is in between. As a combat engineer, you should support both. Staying in about the midfield area basically keeps you safe and lets your mini sentry do as much damage as it can without being targeted first, because it is set far back. You definitely don't want to die, especially if you have Justice crits stacked on your Frontier Justice. In this clip, I'm a little more aggressive, and I try to keep my mini sentry on the line of attack. Notice where I'm placing my mini sentry. I'm kind of using the wall to line of sight the other team so I don't get hit, but I can still effectively place my mini sentry so it does good damage. So we're going to take a look at some line of sighting now. You can do this in pretty much any map. Use the walls to your advantage, rotate your sentry gun, and place it accordingly. As you're playing, just keep in mind your line of attack, defense, and midfield, and you should be good to go. Alright, so back to the gameplay now. I'm gonna teleport to the front. Let's get this action started. I'm gonna try to keep a very defensive mind when I'm playing this game because they are starting to push a little bit more. I'm gonna hug the wall, place the sentry. 3 medics healing 1 guy, it's never a good time to see that. Let's keep that mini sentry up, right on the line of attack there. Our team is starting to push in. My sentry gets destroyed, an Uber's coming out, I move back. That's it. Mini sentry distracts them and it actually ends up getting the kill for the demo man in that place. Teleporter got hit. That's it, another kill for the mini sentry. It's holding its own, it's holding its own. 2.5 construction time. Don't be afraid to spam that little sentry or move it with its 1.5 reconstruction time. It loves the abuse, don't worry. A lot of times you're going to see the mini sentry go up and get killed before it even shoots. Doesn't mean anything. It's a good distraction, it takes hits, it diverts damage from my team, which is what's more important than it actually doing a little bit of damage. They're just keeping that defensive frame of mind. You know, I see them coming out. Place a mini sentry up high, hoping for the distraction. At this point, I'm just not sure where they're going to come from, so I'm just kind of hanging back. Although, looking at this now, I guess I would have moved my sentry up a little faster, because a mini sentry, you typically don't want it to be on defense. It's not going to do much of anything, using it only for defense. But here we go. It's a little bit of a dangerous situation. There's a lot of demo men on the other team, so my mini sentry is getting killed before it even shoots quite a lot. But that's okay. Like I said, it diverts damage. Just keep it rolling. Don't get discouraged. And this is basically what the clip is. Our team's basically pushing back and forth in the tunnel. Once in a while they get Ubers. And right there, I just wanted to point out, anytime you're running away from someone who is doing damage to you, jump. When you jump, it actually accelerates you forward faster than you would normally run. So right there, I jumped and I got propelled forward. It's kind of hard to do and tricky with Demo Man, because if your sticky gets under you, you end up going up, not forward. But that time I got lucky and I went forward. But it works with anybody. Even if that was a scout chasing me, I would have been running and jumping away to help propel me forward. Sometimes as a mini sentry, it's actually also good to maybe have it built in a safe area than reconstruct it in a danger area, because it does reconstruct 1 second faster than it builds. Just stacking the crits, and this is where stacking the crits comes in handy right here. That guy ran by your defense, 1-2 shots, and I still have more crits to go. That's why you want to stack your crits, for those defensive moments. I think our team's getting ready for the big push now. The video ends in about another couple seconds. So basically what just happens is, you know, I get a little too far forward, I die, and before I respawn, we capture the 4th point, and a spy on our team was waiting on the last point, so we end up winning. But this is basically the video. I hope that you see that some points I've made apply to your situations as a combat engineer. I hope that you found this video very informative. You know, it's my first video. I know I'm not the greatest commentator, but, you know, I'm trying and I'm going to get better as I keep practicing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.